Hey guys, Helen Hartsmith here again from the Heart of the Witch's Path YouTube channel. Hope you're having an awesome day. I had an idea for a video and I don't know what it's gonna turn out like, and so rather than overthink it and decide not to do it, I'm just gonna film it and see what happens, okay? So my idea was, I don't know about you, but I have what I call like a go bag or a ritual bag. Some folks might call it a portable altar. I, of course, have my altar set up here and my supplies for doing a ritual here at my house. But with the coven, our rituals are usually at Kathy's house because that's the coven stead. That's where our sacred circle is. And so I've got this bag, and when I say bag, it's rather large. And look, it's from my time doing community theater. So it's full. Well, I mean, it's not full, but I mean, it's got stuff in it. It's not small by any means. And so I thought that it might be interesting to share with you guys, what do I keep in my go bag? So this is meant to be something that all of my supplies are in and ready to go so that I can just grab it and head to Kathy's house. Or I can grab it and say, a friend needs help with something. Maybe they need help with a house cleansing. Maybe they want, maybe there's someone in the hospital that I want to visit. Things like that. So that's the purpose of this go bag, is to have things in it that I can grab, maybe grab my book of shadows, book of light, and I'm out the door. Okay, so I haven't cleaned this out in a while, and I honestly don't know what's in here. So who knows? Let's see what happens, okay? So the first thing that I'm gonna pull out, these are my ritual books. So this book right here has our Coven Circle Cast, and it has all of our Coven rituals. So all of our Sabbath rituals, things like that. And so this is actually a little book that a friend of mine brought back from England. She knows that I like Shakespeare, and she went to the Globe Theatre. And so, see, it says, "Something wicked this way comes." And so this is actually from the Globe Theatre in England. And so what I did was, it has pages, and let me show you. Yeah, so it has pages, and I just printed my stuff in 2 columns, folded it in half, and wrapped it around. If you want more of a walkthrough, I think I have a video, a Helen's Helpful Hints video, where I talked about this. If I do, I'll link it below. I don't want to take too much time and go through that right now. Now, this other book, this has class notes for when I've done presentations. It also has some ceremonial magic rituals from like my 4th year doing the temple stuff. So that all kind of like lives in here and is the same kind of thing. And I just keep it in the bag so I know where it's at. Okay, next thing I'm pulling out is this little makeup bag that it's actually my smudge stick holder. So I open this up, and this has my current sage smudge stick in it. I also have a shell. Let me take this out. I have a shell that I use for either stamping it out or catching ashes, things like that. So that's that. And then I've taken this bag and I've lined it with tin foil so that it can act as like a heat thingy. And it's not like I put it in here when it's like super hot, but if it's a little warm, it's at least like a barrier of some sort so it doesn't catch on fire. So that is that. I keep my cords in here. So this is my set of cords from my temple training. So these are the 5 colors that represent the 5 years of classes that I've taken. And I think, so as I'm talking about this, I might talk about some things that I want to change, because I've been thinking about, I don't like this bag, first of all. I would like to have a different bag. And so I'm kind of trying to decide how do I want my go bag set up. So this is my Mystics of Real Lure. These are the 4 cords that we have that's part of our membership. And so I think one thing that I would like to do with the cords is I think I would like to have a little drawstring bag that I could put them in. They don't get tangled a lot, only like amongst themselves. So it might not be something that I absolutely need, but it might help with the organization in general of the bag. Okay. What else do we have in here? Oh, backup. So this is a backup. This is actually a sage bundle that's sage and mugwort that I bought at a festival somewhere. I don't remember where. I'm actually getting kind of low on smudge sticks. I had probably 10 different smudge sticks in this bag at one point, and I've either used them or given them to people who need them. So I think that might be the only other smudge stick that I have in there. If I'm going in and out of frame too much, I'm really sorry. I'm trying to like not do that. I'll try to be more aware. The next thing in my bag is a set of runes. Now, you know I dislike plastic, but I needed something to keep this, my little dish in so that I didn't lose them. But these are my runes that I told you all about making in my rune video. And I like to keep them in this birch bark bowl. And so if we're in ritual or something like that and I need to pull a rune, then I have them with me. And this plastic bag is just something that I happen to have on hand that I'm upcycling. This is another situation where maybe a drawstring bag would be a better solution to house this, but it's working for the moment. So that's what's in there. I also have my Ogham Wisdom Sticks book for doing Ogham readings. So that means that hopefully the Ogham sticks are in there as well. I try to keep, we do divination usually with rituals. So I try to keep a variety of divination with me in case, you know, so we're not limited to only having tarot or something like that. So what else do we have in here? Box of matches. I really like to, when I'm working with a smudge stick, I prefer to light it with wooden matches. So it's nice to have that with me. So I have that option. And I'm going out of frame again. It's going to happen. Sorry. I also have, okay, this is strange, but it's purposeful. So these are actually labels. These are a bunch of labels that my work had that we weren't using. And so I took them, I'm trying to show you like the size. So this is the size. They're perfect for name, for putting your name on it. So we actually use these at our meetups when we have them. Of course, we're not having them now because of COVID, but you can put your name on there and then people know your name. You know, it's kind of cool, right? It's a good thing to have on hand. This is the start of my portable altar. This is where the go bag started and then it went to the big bag. I'm going to try to go through this very quickly. So what this is there's a 2 pocket, and this is just a travel toiletry bag. Okay, so you can see these 2 things, and this is where I started with this. So this actually has a lot of my actual tools, portable tools. So what I have in here, this is a bottle of water that was blessed at Standing Rock. So this is a it is a healing water from there. I like to keep that with me. I try to keep a bottle for water that I can use for ritual. It's kind of hard to have something like that and keep fresh water in it. So half the time it's empty, but I generally have water with me. So, you know, I have water to use. I've got a little cup for an altar. I have a little dish of salt. There's going to be candles throughout here, theoretically in different colors, because I use the quarter colors for candles so that I have those with me. I have my ritual knife, my mini ritual knife. Oh gosh, there we go. I have a snuffer, a candle snuffer. I have a small bell for spirit. I also have this is where they went. I have a set of prayer beads. These are chakra prayer beads that Kathy and we did a class on making these years ago. But these have the chakra colors in the beads. And so you can actually use this to do a chakra meditation to help you. We've got, see how we've got chips between the smooth stones? So you can, it's a tactile thing. Is there anything in here? Oh, here's my little pentacle paten. Can you see there? That's in the one side, and then this other side, I have a couple. Oh, look, I have a smudge stick. I also keep a feather for air. I have a couple of altar cloths. I just do black and white. That way I'm not having to have a bunch of colors with me. These are a set of stones that are the chakras. So, lapis lazuli, amethyst. This is actually the first stone. I've talked about this before, how amethyst was the first stone that I ever bought with a purpose in mind, so a correspondence in mind. This is the amethyst stone. So I have those 7 stones that that go for your chakras. So if I wanted to lay a chakra stone on someone, if they were a patient somewhere, whatever, I've got a set of stones for that. I also have a tektite in here. Tektite is a shaman stone. And this was actually, no, this isn't the one. Christopher gifted a piece of tektite, and I don't think this is the one. I think it's another piece that I have somewhere else. I have a lighter in case I need a lighter. I have a opalite Willendorf goddess as a goddess representation. I have a little green glass stone. I don't know why. It's just there. I also have a holy stone. This is a stone that I found. And holy stones are sacred to Odin Father. So that's partially why I have that. And I also used, so the water container came with this toiletry bag. And I also used the bar soap holder, and this is 1/2 of the toothbrush holder. These are where I put small incense. So see, these are like incense sticks that are like small size. And those actually have the bamboo stick at one end, and then I have these along with the holder. These are incense sticks that are like a whole stick kind of thing, so they don't have the little stick that you can put in the hole. I feel like I'm murdering that explanation, but I tried to make use of the items that came with the toiletry bag as well. So that's all that's in there. So let me zip this up a little bit before things fall and get really ugly, okay? Yeah. What else is in here? This is Florida water. in a spray bottle. So Florida water, of course, is good for home protection. It's good for spiritual cleansing, and it's good for luck. So I put that in there. So I had it in a spray bottle. I've got smudge sticks and spray bottles a go-go in this. This is my pouch of Ogum sticks. That, look, they go with the book. Yay! I didn't lose them. I also have my ritual stole. I'm sure that I have talked about this somewhere. Either in a blog post or something. But in my coven, we have these ritual stoles that we wear. And there's a lot of meaning to them. And I'm not going to go into that here. We'd be here for a long time. If I have a blog post, which I'm pretty sure I do, I'll put a link in the description box. This is something that's kind of unique to our coven. I don't know of any other coven that does something like this. A lot of times there'll be a necklace or something, which we do have necklaces as well, but that stole is definitely has a little more meaning. I have one of Coventry Creations. Let's see, can you read that? I can't read it. Ninja Power. This is a protection spray. And this, oh, it smells so good. I love Jackie's stuff. And honestly, I go to sprays more lately than I do candles. Here's another one. This is the Karma Cleaner. This is for spiritual cleansing. Love this one too. I know there's going to be more in here. Oh, I see what you are. Oh, look, another smudge stick. This is actually mugwort that was grown and collected at the temple. I actually bought this when I went to New Hampshire for my graduation a couple of years ago. And I'm saving that for like some kind of special need. I have a set. I'm not going to pull all of them out. I have a set of jar candles like this. So I've got 2 of them here. So they are in colors that correspond with the elements. I thought that I had tea lights in here for that purpose, but I did not come across them. I must have used them. And I picked these up at the dollar store. And these are actually, the glass is tinted. So I can use these, and then when the candles are gone, I can put another candle in there and the color is going to remain. So I have one for each of the 4 directions, plus I have one for center. So that's kind of nice. Yes, they're glass, but really there's enough stuff in here that I haven't had one break, knock on wood. But that might be an interesting idea too, is to have some kind of a bag that they could like drop in and has a drawstring at the top. So that's something that I could easily make. What else? Yeah, so that's, there are packets of salt in the bottom, like a ton of packets of salts in the bottom, and that can come in handy, you know. So it's, if I get little salt packets from fast food restaurants and stuff, I'll generally keep them because I don't use them, and I put them in there, and they could probably stand to be in a baggie so that they're not just floating around at the bottom of the bag. So that's something that I should probably look into as well. I have one more spray. This is a Dorothy Morrison Spontaneous Combustion Cut and Clear Spray. This, I don't know if she makes it anymore. I will put a link in the box to go to both Dorothy's site and Jackie's Coventry Creations. So if you're interested in sprays, you can take a look at those. I have also bought a spray from a little small business called the Violet Flame. And that is, Heather is the owner of that store, and she lives in Ohio. She makes some really good stuff. And I've been meaning to do a video on her company as well. That'll probably happen sometime, but it just hasn't happened yet. I wondered what this was. Here's another bag that was at the bottom, and I wondered if this is what it was. And it is. So these are actually a set of witches' runes, and I can see on this one the design really didn't stay. That looks like the sun from what I can reflect. But then here's the moon. This is something that I haven't really worked much with, but it's kind of on my list of things that I'd like to use more. I want to say that maybe there's a Coven sister that that has used these. This is a set that I made with stones that I collected from like a lake. So that kind of falls in with the making your own runes. You can do a witch's rune set with that as well. Okay, so that's what's in the main part of the bag. I've got a little side pocket here, and so that is where I keep, mysteriously I have a set of chopsticks, because sometimes we eat Chinese food and you want your own chopsticks. I keep some index cards in there, and that is mostly like for notes purposes, or if I wanted to do some flashcards, I could do that. So there's a little stack of those. I've got a marker to use with those stickers for names. I also keep a silver and gold Sharpie in there for writing purposes. I have a vial of Abrelin oil. I hope I pronounced that right. It's a ritual oil. It is used for initiation purposes. And then it looks like I've got some business cards. So yeah, okay, don't need to know about that. Okay, so that's what's in my ritual bag, my go bag, my portable altar. So there's definitely some things that I'd like to change about this, but that's what I usually have with me. About the only thing that I would add, like I said, I might add my Book of Light if I felt that I needed it. Or I might grab a deck of tarot. I have plenty of tarot. I feel like maybe I should just stick a deck in there, and then there's one in there. But I also have witches' runes, and Ogham as well. So there's plenty of divination that's going on in there. So that wasn't too painful. So if you liked this video, then let me know. Give it a thumbs up. This is probably not something that I would do often, but I definitely have some projects in mind that maybe I could cover in future videos. So let me know if that is interesting to you at all. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, and please hit the bell notification that lets you know when I post a new video, because apparently that's super helpful for my analytics. I appreciate it. I will link all those things that I talked about in the description box. And yeah, what do you have in your go bag? Do you have a go bag? Let me know. Let me know if there's something that you think that I'm missing, because that could be, too. That's about it. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and thanks for taking the time to walk the path for a little while with me. Until next time, blessed be.